That was a home.
Yeah, some were used for storage.
Everybody should come to the entrance of the island so that we can start a small presentation. Welcome you to James Island. James Island has recently been inscribed in the World Heritage List together with several sites, some of which we will see today around this area. The rationale behind their inscription is that these sites together present a unique testimony to the various facets of the African-European encounter between the 15th, 16th, and 17th century. James Island was first settled by the Europeans, I don't mean discovered, settled by the Europeans around 1456. The famous Portuguese explorer Cadabosto did land on this island around that time, and one of his soldiers died and was buried on this island. The soldier was called Andrew, and that was the from where it got its first name. In fact, James Island in its heydays, together with Gorée and Saint Louis in Senegal, were at the heart of a trade network that extended throughout the Greater Senegambia. And the Greater Senegambia, for that matter, extended beyond Gambia and Senegal into Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, Conakry, going even up to Mali. The island, as you see it, is in ruins, not because of age, but because of the events that happened here. It is less in a less pristine state than Gorée and the forts and castles of Ghana. But that in itself is part of its history. We do not have any intention of rebuilding the island because the island is in a ruinous state because it was deliberately bombarded on several occasions. It was at the heart of the European rivalries in this area. Whenever they had their problems in Europe, they transplanted it to their colonies. Jones Island, as you can see, is very strategically located right in the middle of the river. And one of the attractions to this river, which actually brought them here, it is one of the most navigable in the sub-region. And they had the idea that it could take them right into the heart of Africa, perhaps to the legendary gold mines that were popularized by Mansa Musa in his pilgrimage to Mecca around the 14th century or so. Yeah. As I said, I wouldn't want to do all the talking. We have the policy of allowing the local guides to lead the tours. But I am the head of museums and monuments around, and I am always around to answer your questions. Thank you. I'll be around.
Good afternoon to the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, and the rest of the ministers here, communication, local government and land, and of course we cannot forget our great man. I know since this festival was about to happen, he have sleepless nights, working every day very hard, and he's the chairman of the National Organizing Committee and the director of the National Council for Arts and Culture, Mr. Joe. And of course we have the acting director general of the Gambia Tourism Authority. He's also part of the group. And brothers and sisters from the diaspora, first of all we have to say welcome back home. This is the motherland. This is where you belong to. This is where you have your heritage. And for us in the roots here, our hearts are full of joy. And today, which is the Roots Day, we are very much excited to welcome you here on this great island. And as Marcus Garvey used to say, Africa for Africans, when he bought a ship between England and America after slavery, convincing black peoples in the diaspora to come back home. And I hope this is what we are doing today. We gathered here to celebrate the culture or freedom through culture, which is the theme of this year's festival, of course very significant. So I cannot go in depth, but from this island we are continuing the tour, and we will be telling you more about the history of this great land in the Gambia. But as my boss was explaining, Baba, he explained very rightly. But in the history of slavery in the Gambia, it started very long time ago, which was, I can say it was started by the Arabs, because Arabs traveled with horses and camels across the Sahara, and this was during the time of the trans-Saharan trade. And they come across the Sahara to collect domestic slaves while they were introducing Islam. And we believe even that the Romans did slavery during the time of the Roman Empire. And if you go back in Portugal, we have the School of Navigation, where they train sailors as explorers to send them back into Africa. And we have Vasco da Gama, who traveled all over the world, Vasco da Gama. So he first came in Africa, And according to what we learned, they took about some certain Africans, took them to Portugal, because before Columbus went to America, slaves were being transported to southern Spain and Portugal. So according to history, they tested those Africans and realized that they were farmers in their continent and they live in a hot weather, so they could be able to work on those sugar and tobacco plantations. So this makes slavery to become like an enterprise of business in this part of West Africa. And actually it was very inhuman, but it was going on for more than 300 years. And the Portuguese, under the entourage of Luis de Cadamosto, they were under the entourage of Luis de Cadamosto, and they were scaling or traveling along the river Gambia as far as Baribo, which is furthermore upriver. And they come to see this island. The island was naturally here, belongs to the Gambia, and it was an empty land. At the moment, the size of the island has not been very much eroded, and it is just a part of it. But we have to thank God that the National Council for Arts and Culture, they never sit down. They are also working very hard until this island was nominated to be part of the United Nations World Heritage and Sites, together with the Department of Tourism and Culture. So I'm sure all of you here today for this Roots Day, you should be very proud of it, because travelers all over the world would like to visit World Heritage and Sites. And our aim in the Gambia here is to develop the summer, to make the Gambia an all-year-round tourist destination. So for that reason, this island being nominated to be part of the World Heritage Sites will attract many tourists all over the world to come and visit this great place. And according to history, what we learned, after the Portuguese, when the Portuguese were here, a man died here, St. Andrew. When he died here, he was buried. If you look there, you will see a 24-pounder cannon on top of the bricks, or on top of the fire bricks. We believe that was where they buried Andrew. So the island was named after him. So it was called St. Andrew's Island for the first time. This was in 1456. And then later, this island was taken by the Portuguese. It was taken from the Portuguese by the Corollanes. The Duke of Corolan, James Duke, he took this island from the Portuguese. And then when he took the island, his intention was he bought a land from the king of Nyomi and also Banjul, so that he will be able to build an empire. But this was not materialized, so he decided to settle on this fort. And we believe that the fort on the island was built by the servants of the Duke of Corlan. But if you go in some books, they will explain to you that this fort was built by the Germans, and they built the fort. And then later it was also renamed Fort James Island after by the English, because the English took the island from the Corollanes, and the English rebuilt the fort. That was in 1651. And when they rebuilt the fort, then changed the name, and then they named it Fort James after the Duke of York. So brothers and sisters, it's a day of history. We will be part of you in this excursion. And we are doing this on behalf of the National Council for Arts and Culture. They were a part of our training with the tourism department, and I'm together with my brother and a colleague, Kebo, and we are doing it on behalf of the rest of the local guides we have in this village. So we are going to lead you inside to explain to you the various parts of the island. But the island was abandoned in 1829. This was during the time of the abolition of slavery. Slavery was forced. The attempt was made in 1807, but it was still going on until after the American Civil War. It was abolished all over the world. But they started making efforts from 1807. People like William Wilberforce, Granville Sharp, and Thomas Crastin. When the Europeans feel guilty of what has happened about slavery, and this was during the time of the Industrial Revolution, so they've developed machines. And instead of using machines, they prefer to use, instead of using human beings, they prefer to use machines after enslaving human beings for more than 300 years. So we will elaborate to you when we go to the Freedom Pole in Alberta, and also the canon there for the abolition of the slave trade. So on behalf of all the important important dignitaries here. And thank you very much for your attention.
Yeah, questions for the moment before.
Let's do the libation.
Oh yeah, we can offer some prayers for the department.
Okay, at this point, I'm gonna ask everybody who has any videos to cut off the videos. Africa.
There for more than thousands of years, it can never change to be a crocodile. And definitely, brothers and sisters, even if you stay for thousands of years in America, in Europe, wherever you are, as long as you are black African, you will always remain to be African. So this is why we in the Gambia, we can never forget you, and we will always be remembering you for the rest of our lives. So for that reason, we are asked to have a 1 minute silence in the name of the people who passed through this place.
Okay, brothers and sisters, in this very special historic occasion and homecoming, I was glad our brother took the initiative of libating our ancestors. Nothing important happens in Africa without acknowledging those bridges that brought you across, and those ancestors that are significant. So here, we need to acknowledge Kunta Kinte. And even if Europeans say Kunta Kinte and Alex Taylor's relationship was a lie and a fiction, we know the truth. That all of us come from some African village throughout the African continent. And all of us were victims of a system imposed first by Arabs and then by Europeans. A system, a scheme, a plot to destroy African life. Planned in London and Bristol and Liverpool, planned in Amsterdam and Rotterdam and The Hague, planned in Lisbon and Oporto, planned in Marseille and Porto and Nantes. Europeans planning to devastate the African continent in what we call the triangular slave trade system, which was a four-way profit system of development of Europe and the devastation of Africa. We can't forget that. We can come here as tourists, but when we come to this island, we come as pilgrims. We come to a sacred space. And this island is part of a network that was conceived by the Europeans and imposed upon Africa. That network has roots in the north of here, in Saint Louis and Gorée. That network has roots near here, in Albreta. That network has roots in Sierra Leone, Bunce Island, and Banana Island. That network has roots in the Ivory Coast, Hefesini. That network includes 60 slave forts and dungeons, so-called castles, in Ghana. That network includes Togo and Benin, Dahomey of the ancient time. It includes Nigeria. It includes all the way down in the south to Angola and around to Fort Jesus in Mombasa. A network of death and destruction imposed upon Africa. And we're still wreaking havoc from that. A network in which the Europeans were able to extract out of Africa its human resource. And the tragedy is to not impose it in a system of trade, but in a system of death. Africans left here as captives
God's chosen people, the first people on the universe,
Yep.
and were put into a process of dehumanization where we were not considered humans by the Europeans. It's not a question of a lie of whether Kunta Kinte and Alex Haley are related. The truth is that we have come out of a system of dehumanization and restored our humanity, the greatest struggle for human dignity in the history of the world. And we didn't wait for Abraham Lincoln's to say, do it what you got. We didn't wait for Clarkson's and Wilberforce. Africans were revolting from their villages when the captives came to take them. Africans were revolting in the holes of slave ships. Africans were revolting in forts and dungeons like this. Africans were revolting when they got to the shores of the Americas. And in Brazil in the 1600s went up into the highlands and established the Republic of Palmares, a free community of Africans, thousands of them, tens of thousands of them, living in Brazil for 100 years. The first free republic in the Americas was not established by any English or Portuguese or Dutch. It was established by Africans living as a free community in Brazil. And every few years we go down to meet those brothers in Brazil. Africans established free communities in other parts of South America. The so-called bush Negroes, the Saramaka and the Njuka, went into the backwoods and forests and established their free republics, trying to live as human beings. And Africans went into the highlands of the Caribbean and established the Maroon community. And Africans went into the backwoods and swamps of Florida and Georgia, bonded with the Native Americans and established their free community. The struggle for African freedom and dignity and liberation is the greatest struggle in the history of the world. And I defy anybody to try to trivialize it, to say what Alex Haley did was fiction. Alex Haley unveiled the great truth of who and what we are, the chosen people of the creative God force of this universe. So I'm glad we're here. So not only let's celebrate, let's rededicate. Let's commit ourselves to raise Mother, Father Africa. Let's bring the great resources of the Americas, South America, the Caribbean, England, and France back to Mother Africa. Let's not just wait for a tourist dollar to slide into Africa with sex tourism. Let's come in and with our resources build the water projects, the medical system, the schools. We have the ability to do it. That's our obligation. It's a sacred mission. And we don't wait for others to tell us to do it. We know what has to be done. Thank you, brother. Wow, can I stand up for let me tell you what them.
To start with, we set the bowl of the big place.
Sometimes said our ancestors were accomplished like something. Because just imagine how small this room is. Sometimes they could dump about 40 to 50 ladies in this room. 40 to 50 in this room, and most of them were raped. Because raped to ladies, it was a strategy that they were using on money. If you are raped as a lady, if you are transported over to any country that you are sold as to work with any sugar and tobacco plantation, which means when you deliver in your own phone, or either you deliver when you are going to America or anywhere, that child would be staying with the mother in the plantation where the mother was sold. But in the future, the young people has to be a slave like that. So which means it was a strategy, which means that child became a special body to the plantation master for our mother. And in those days, the saddest thing was anybody died as slave, you are not supposed to be buried on the ground of the island. But they have to tie your hands and legs with chain. Attach a special stone on your body whereby when you are thrown in the water, or when you are dumped in the water, you never float but you go, then you sink. And then the big means your place will be taken by the statue. Now the next one here is where they kill it. There is a saying in the Gambia which says, what is happening to the ladies men are not allowed to know.
And as you can see here, just the same explanation that I did over here. But people like Kairabas Tekinte, who was his own grandfather, he was most kept over here in this room. But there was a time when they realized that slaves were trying to evolve. Because Kunta Kinte, everybody knows that he was one of the greatest slaves among all who were kept in this country. So there was where when they realized that they proceed to collect all the strong ones and put them in, whereby they could control them and calm them down, there is going to be a big value in this neighborhood. This is why they decided to put it out of the other one and put it on the other ground. This is one of the sad problems. Now from here, we cannot go to this inside, but most of us can go in, and then the other ones can follow, because we cannot do things inside. And I just imagine how somebody can keep somebody in the whole night.
Around BB Hotel, going towards
because they are not using them in the right way. How can you feed somebody with a powerful dose for a fortnight? This is why most of them, they lose their brave states and their strong state after the body. So this is where you have the old land in place, and then over here you have the slave yard. Normally when they enslave them, if they brought them over here on this island, this is where they have to gather all the men and the ladies. This is where they have to do their separation, part the ladies aside, part the men aside. And in those days too, this is where they will know the type of tribe that they belong to and the type of language that they speak. Then from there, the ladies will be taken over to their Benjams, men taken over to their Benjams. Now from here, we're going to see the council's room, where they have to do their information. Yeah, this covers the slave yard. All this one is the slave yard. Normally this is where they usually gather them after landing over to the port. So you can come with me, then we can visit the council's room over here. This is where they usually need their civil conference. Because at the end of the day, when they will do, they just don't have some of their minds together.
So they use the top floor as accommodation or center.
And whatsoever that is upstairs and downstairs. It's not going to be the final decision from the council members, but it has to be from the big boss's mouth, who was the master. So whatsoever that they decide here, if they must sign it, that's what they're going to do for the slaves. And it's where they have to promote to know the strong ones, those who are revolting, who are not taking the words of command, people like protecting him. He fights for his own right for the rest of his life, but he couldn't go through because one person cannot fight a dozen. But he really tried his level best. We shall never forget protecting him. We shall never forget our descendants. This is why when Potekita was enslaved in the Gambia in the year 1737 at the age of 18, in a village called Jifwe, when he was transported to America. If you see, most of the people could not see their ancestors back in Africa. Their African names were changed to European names. This is why when Potekita was taken to America, his name was changed to a name called Tory, which he always never allowed to answer. This is why if you look at the film properly, you'll be saying to those people that I am not Tory, but I am Kairaba Potekita from the Kambi Boromo. I only time say to the people that he never married in the Gambia. This is why when he was in the United States of America, he married a lady called Belle, where they got a daughter called Kissy, and the Kissy was raised by a plantation master who was called Tomlin. They got a child called George, but because of George was a very, very good chicken fighting, then they named him after a name called Chicken George. I think everybody will know about that name. So from here, in those days, they usually mark them with branding irons. Like take the branding iron marks and put it on your shoulder. You have to put it on a red fire and then they put it on your shoulder so that it gives you mark for identification. So from here, we're going to see the governor's room over there. The serving upstairs and downstairs. Downstairs is where the officers are staying during the night time, and then the slaves are staying in their own dungeons. Now these people, they were having real access to get into the master every now and then. So which means these people, they were just trying to do what we call monitoring. They were people who were monitoring problems going within the slaves and the soldiers. Now you can see that place over there. That's where you have the master's room. And that there was a little boat on top there, which was in the court, because in those days those slaves to be for the handling of court. But Prophet is all the time, he was one of the most slaves who was maltreated on this court. Because he was trying to do wickedness. Anything that they have to do on him, it was illegal. He never allowed it. So I just presented you one part of the time, but Prophet in the time is so level dead for him to be attended to what he was done. Now let's go upstairs. As we are going to have the last place of our excursion before returning back to the main village of Alberta and Jufre. If in the board village of Alveda and Jofue. As you can see the tower, but I already have said this one was just a relegated one, just to show the people how the first tower was situated. As you can see that before, there was a big bulb, an electric bulb silent, usually in one direction. When they say from America or from anywhere that the would might come from, when it comes up to this place, they have to give the signal. And that is where they will tell them this is where we are. But you will find that all these places are with. This is not the only island we have in the Gambia. We have one in the South Bank, a place called Denjamburu in Makati, where you can trace out these stone circles. And then you have one here, James Island, from here just about some kilometers, about 30 kilometers to a village called Bara, where you have the Fort Bullen. From there, then you have the 6-month batteries around the state house. Then from there, then you have the last one, the land of no return, or the west of no return in Senegal, a neighboring country, a place called Gore Island. From Gore, they will transport them across the Atlantic Ocean to the West Indies, to the Caribbean, then finally in North America, Annapolis, in Virginia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters from the diaspora, people who come all the way from Banjul, if you could allow me, the rest is history. Because I can stand in front of you and talk until cows come back home. I shall never get to the end of the history of this island. If you could allow me, I thank you all very much to be listening to my small voice. Thank you all very much. Now from here,
I recognize that language is a very powerful thing, and we prefer to define the language that people must use, and then they begin to pick it up, not realizing that as they pick up the language as we define it, they are programming themselves. And that's the point, whatever that gentleman, that language, we can use that as a tool.
That's not the difference.
And this is not a complaint. This is just a suggestion to take back as you consider.
You're right, absolutely right. The fact that when they were here, they were not slaves.
You're right.
And then rightfully so, even the signs would read
language changes. Some people think
No, don't mind it. They can.
Brand you here, slated for Savannah, Georgia, slated for Bahia, slated for Curacao. You then become an object. You have lost it. While they were working here, they weren't even in that category. That's why we have to make the distinction. We have to clarify what this whole thing was. For hundreds of years, Africans were told they were not human. And in the European laws, and in their greatest minds and thinking, that's what they maintained. While they were here, they were human.
So the real question is, language controls thinking. How do we want to manage the language to control the thinking, and what thoughts do we want people to have? And that's usually something that would be determined at a policy level. That's not this gentleman's
right,
thing.
But we'll help. Yeah. He's doing a good job.
Right, yeah,
I'll let him use the term.
Don't let us. We're just using you as a foil.
I know what you are bringing in is very, very important. And we have taken what you have explained. And then we are here every day, so we're going to let people know these things that
I came here in 76 and 77 with Alex Haley.
grandmother knows.
Okay. I was hoping to meet her again, but she's gone. I have a picture with her and me. I'll leave it for you.
The pictures that you send, we receive some of them.
But we have to mention Alex. And we have to mention Kunta Kinte as part of what, in a serious way. I'm raising this because there's a guidebook on the Gambia that poo-poos Alex Haley's work and his relationship with Jufrey.
Published by Britain.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. It's published by white folks who will not allow us to connect. And it doesn't make any difference whether Alex was blood connected to Jufrey or not. We know that all of us left some village, pushed into the holes of some ship, held in some encampment like this, and wound up on some plantations, and they stripped us of our humanity. And we fought to restore it. So that's the basic concept we got to lay down. Now, Africans from the continent ain't going to deal with that. In Ghana, they don't even want you to raise the question of slavery in the slave forts and dungeons where they hold 1,000 people in Cape Coast and Elmina. Africans from the continent cannot deal with what happened. It is up to us to make it clear.
Well, but I have
to our folks here that we've got to deal with this question.
I want to add
There's no need for us to come here for diddly shit. We either come here to bond with the continent.
We also have to give
and make it. Oh yes.
What I'm saying is that the enslavement did not start in North America. It started here. They were stripped of their rights from right here. They were branded here. They were forced to build these forts right here. They were kept in warehouses here essentially. So the enslavement started here in that they were not free to go home. They were forced to build this, and a lot of people died here. So I'm agreeing with you, but saying that they were not free until they reached North America. As soon as they were captured, they were brought here, and the slavery started here. They started forcing them to work here.
And who was branded? Who was another process?
The Europeans.
But there's another part of that.
Yeah. So I'm saying the enslavement started.
Check this out.
Right
There's another part of that.
Not that Africa started. We're talking specifically about this here.
Right.
Europeans who captured them started the enslavement here.
But there's another thing, the component that has to be addressed on this. One of the reasons why they say slaves were brought from Africa, because they want to deny the civilizations and the achievements that we did in Africa.
We agree on that.
So if they say slaves were brought from Africa,
No.
then that denies Kemet, that denies Ghana, that denies Mali, that denies Shanghai, all of that. Zimbabwe, all of that gets denied because you know slaves don't build great civilizations. And so that's another reason why we have to be very clear that Africans were kidnapped and enslaved.
We're in total agreement on that. They were not captured as slaves. They were captured and then enslaved. The only point is that this enslavement started here. They didn't wait until they
But
reached
started
some
here
point.
with who? Who
The
was
people who
here?
captured them, the Europeans.
Okay, well name them. Name the British.
With all due
name
respect,
the Dutch.
sir,
Name
this
the
is-
French.
this is
name
a-
the Royal African company that controlled it. Not a person mentioned the slaving system that was set up in Europe and imposed upon Africa that had the branding.
But sir, this
and they
is,
continued it and made it even worse in America.
it's kind of like the anti-abortion or the pro-life people. Because when does life start? And that's a constant debate.
The part the reason why there's not because right now there's a struggle for reparations, and with reparations we need to be able to point exactly to who did what, so we can get
Don't trivialize it.
for what happened.
The context of this discussion.
Don't make the false.
Them same people, they run Fleet Bank now.
Keep in mind, I mean, how many would be kept in here?
Yeah, one time we could have more than 20 of them.
Let's see if we can get 20 in here now.
Can we come in to see, please?
admiration for Mama Africa, the ancestors and the people. So just before I go to prepare for tonight at the Toronto Hotel, we're gonna bless you with a song, a tribute to Bob Marley, our ancestor, you know? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Africa. What do you say? Let me hear you say, Ira! Ira! Greetings from Jamaica, from the west to the east. Say, yeah, reggae music, it is a blessing. Yeah, no one's to face cause we're always progressing. Yeah, reggae music, it is a blessing. We keep on moving. No one's to face cause we're always progressing. Hey, come here. Watching that teacher do with me is skanking. Got to have the kaya in the misty morning. Best time is when the sun is shining. Not trying to burn a cat, not like my first not fighting. No matter what the crisis, just wake up and live. The Rastaman vibration is positive. Right, nothing right, put on your school fit. So much trouble in the world and it is a rabbit. So much thing to say about the old pirates. Forever loving Jah, we give thanks and praise. Reggae music, it is a blessing. We love Mother Africa, no matter the face, cause we're always progressing. We love Kunta Kinte, reggae music, it is a blessing. We love it here at Jufre, no matter the face, cause we're always progressing. In from the court to satisfy my soul. Half of the story has not yet told. Never worship diamond, silver and gold. You have to be strong and bold. No matter what the crisis, just wake up and live. The Rastaman vibration is positive. So right up, not to right, put on your school. So much trouble in the world and it is around Africa. Reggae music, it is a blessing. We keep on moving. No one's a face, cause we're always progressing. We love Bob Marley. Reggae music, it is a blessing. We love Mama Africa. No one's a face, cause we're always progressing. Yeah. Reggae music, it is a blessing. We keep on moving. No one's a face, cause we're always progressing. We love Mama Africa. Reggae music, it is a blessing. We love Kunta Kinte. No one's a face, cause we're always progressing. The woman and children. Blessed love, bless, bless. But just before we go, we are going to do one more for the item, see? Yeah. Ready. Steady. Go, nasty Jedi. Easy contact into what a nice melody. I jump down with band, jump down with the live. Set down and then I'm told them used to call the village. And then so we get to increase with knowledge. They teach me some more things that they not teach at college. Teach me how to make all kinds of porridge. We wash and we clean and prepare for marriage. We turn Rastafari carry over the bridge. Said this a Rasta that a man she will privilege. I'm ready. Steady. Go, naughty Jedi. Easy Mama Africa, what a nice melody. Oh, Jaja. Are you a guide and protect? Sing along. Oh, Jaja. I want to hear you sing out. Come on. Oh, Jaja. Are you a guide and protect? Come on. Oh, Jaja. Are you a guide and protect? Say ready. I'm steady. Say go, naughty Jedi. Easy Kunta Kinte, what a nice melody. Come on. Oh, Jaja. Are you a guide and protect? Oh, Jaja. Are you a guide and protect? Come on. Oh, Jaja. Are you a guide and protect? Listen. I done crazy. Yeah. I done crazy. We gonna chase those crazy ballers out of there. Yeah. I chased those crazy ballers out of there. Yeah. Say I and I build this cabin. Say I and I plant the corn. I did to my people before me. Slave for this country. Now you look me with a scorn. I know you eat up all my corn. Sister, come and say I'm chased those crazy. Yeah. Chase them crazy ballets out. Chase them crazy ballets out of the town. Yes, yes, I'm Mr. Ready, my ready, my ready, my ready, my ready, my ready, my ready. Steady, my steady, my steady, my steady, my steady, my steady, my steady. Go, not it ready. Easy, kunta kinte, want a nice melody. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. You are guide and protect. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. You are guide and protect. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. You are guide and protect. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. Oh, cha-cha. You are guide and protect. Love you. One love. Tonight at the Toronto Hotel, alright? But before we go, hold on. Just remember this one. Remember when the rent was only £2.10. Remember when every Sunday them used to kill to win. Yes. I used to write with a pencil and not a pen. Nobody in me yard never liked Miss Grenal because she come from down and me a pen. Lord, they must think me no remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. Yes, they must think me no remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. They say remember how we get the milk from the cow. Yes, and in those times my parents never fussed no row. Oh no. Sometimes Kalalo, sometimes Pop Chow. They teach us not to beg and we never bow. That is why today I could take this vow. Yes, Lord, they must think me no remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. Yes, they must think me no remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. Remember why the youths them did have to cry. And in those days, cost of living it wasn't so high. Oh no, I said the youths of today side Rastafari, and that's the only way that they could get a blight. So you see, Babylon is selling some 5. Lord, they must think we don't remember. 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 Yes, I said that I will remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. Yes, but them think me no remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. Yes, they must think me no remember. Lord, they must think me no remember. Yes, they must think. Love you.
What's the name? table number 28, 29, 30, 11, 39, 31, 34, 33, and 32. here. Let me just interrupt.
Hallelujah.
Woman is strong, woman is the art of your creation. Woman of who become is a neither fragile. As she give birth, me say unto the child. The woman is like the earth and tree with the roots. Just like the sun, she will bear the fruits. Woman should be loved and also respected. She should be credited for what she has created. Woman of the woman is a woman is smart. She only key and to every man part. Woman ever deep and according to it. The woman of a straight to Zion. Woman, please to know yourself. Woman, no rest like a They always say glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Ghost. They never mention the woman. And the woman is most important. She is the mother of creation, the mother of civilization, the mother of the universe. Come on, somebody set my mind straight, y'all. Hear me? Woman of divinity, say woman is strong. Woman is the alpha of child creation. Woman of a weak and me say neither fragile. As a she gave birth, me say unto the child. The woman is like the earth.
ngeen kontaan. Thank you very much.
da ngeen jàppale seen gars yi.
dinaa leen indil lupa salsa mbala. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen.
Butterfly.
Mi corazón, y la vamos la cosa, bailar medio, cosa medio. Quiéreme, y bailar ritmo que son. Quiéreme, y bailar ritmo que son. En la bicicleta, mi corazón. La vamos la cosa, bailar medio, cosa medio. Quiéreme, y bailar ritmo que son. Quiéreme, y bailar ritmo. Mamá se malambaya, mamá mira yo me veo, encienda candela.
Mamá si te malambaya, mamá mira yo no muero. Candela, candela.
Cancela candela, oye saca candela. Cancela candela, amerolata candela. Cancela candela, señor Moya y candela. Cancela candela, salsa mala candela. Cancela, candela. Dígame. Ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands, man. Everybody. Rabiaco y ropa, borra color, lupa. Sama gars yi tàccu leen waay, tàccu leen seen loxo yi waay, tàccu leen okul boy yaay, salsa mbala, lupa. Moom du tooñ, moo bëgg lu neex, moo sopp lu neex, foo ko gis, rabiaco y ropa, soo ubbee bunti àjjana, fekk fa lupa. So open bunti àjjana, fekk fa lupa. Mane lupa la paya, ngay na, mane lupa la paya, am ngay dem, mane lupa la paya, am ngay na, mane lupa la paya. Sama gars yi na ngeen defaloo. Okay. Mane lupa la paya. Aya, wanal gars yi lupa ni ko feccee. Ni la ñuy feccee lupa. Lupa, Yasin Lucy, Lupa.
Rabia koi rupa, so upi punti anjana, beka palupa. So upi punti anjana, beka palupa, lupa lupa. Everybody clap your hands. Lupa lupa. Lupa lupa, ya simlisi. Lupa lupa, ya simlisi. Focus, mungai now the tema. Focus, mungai now the tema.
Naan faax bi ma la sigu mel ni muus mu naan neex da ngeen di yëngatu soo ma dikkalee tee man soo ma xeelotee Karola ma dem bàyyi la fee am na ñoo xam ni bés boo leen xeeloo su keroogee si nga leen di gëj a gis ñi xamuñu benn bët bu leen di xoole faax la ñuy def ni melastiko soo nekkee jigéen dang ko yërëm tutural ko ndax amul dara jigéen tamit te ñu góor ndeysaan jariñ la ëllëg ay ya moo seen saf na ma Karol li ngay def saf na ma ni ngay doxe neex na ma ni ngay def saf na ma doy na ma jongama Umu kalsum mama sa on Karol doy na ma jongama so nekk jigéen dañ koy tane tutural ko ndax xamul dara jigéen am ni dem yëngoor ndeysaan njariñ la ëllëg ay doy na ma jongama xam la ni nga waxe ni ngay doxe neex na ma Saya kan akan kita bisa berabu This lady called Carol was my manager at Carol, Sonia will buy you Carol, Kai, you can't buy, you will buy Carol, Sonia will buy you Kai, you can't buy, you will buy, Sonia will buy you Kai. So Nicky and Sutura con da Hamundara, she can't tell me they will go. Gambia, Garinda Alec, Tachu, boy, call and get away. So why? So business, ladies and gentlemen, I'm all now, that's Master Flair, John and the gate of it, I'm standing there, Mama. John Mama, you're only I see, I see that Mama. The gate of it, Mama, the gate of Mama. John Mama, only I see, I see that Mama. Second, somebody Kage, Maria, John Mama, only I see, I see that Mama. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of attractions all night long. We're going to present a lot of live performances amongst the lot that are here tonight.
Somebody
Ismaila xalaatal ne bur yàlla daf la soppa boo xalaatee loolu kon doo fi juulee Ismaila xalaatal boo xalaatul bés ba dina sonna te bu xel sonnee arrêté kaali la est-ce que nga toog jooy nga dem ko deful dara Ismaila ne yàlla tere rek ko soxnaay sa yaay Moussa sa baay day ñaan ci yàlla yokk la soxnaay sa yaay Moussa sa baay day ñaan ci yàlla yokk la ay dëgg ba ma sa baay la Sekouba si soxla sa baay rek Sekouba da mën a ko Ismaila Thank you. God is ruthless, life and direct for you people, huh? Yeah. Let the spirit continue, huh? Thank you. Blessed loving. Endless loving for you. All of you in front of us, huh? On behalf of Ruthless, huh? Lord. Lord.
I'm close to love, not nobody close to love me. I'm close to love, not nobody close to love. Why? Close to love, not nobody close to love. Everything you understand, the meaning of this life. Can't you see me around me? Somebody give her a go! Why can't you be satisfied? I heard everything you are. You are trying to bring your brother down just because of jealousy. Jealousy. I want pollution. Jealousy. It's all discussion. Let me tell you Money.
Thank you very much, D1G. That was wonderful. Give him a hand, man. Come on, give him a hand. More hands. Wonderful. There's Gambian talent and skill. Right now, we go back to another live band.
Thank you.